I already bought the tickets and it was non-refundable. So I was finna go on this trip. Period, point blank. Like, I was gone. I don't care. Like, I was gone regardless. Welcome back to my channel. If today's your first time on this channel, I really hope you stick around, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, go look out throughout the channel, see if there's any other videos that might interest you, all that good stuff. Oh, my first ever story time. It's quite a story, so be prepared, buckle down, grab your popcorn, all that good stuff. My trip to Maryland and how it just turned left so fast. So to start things off, I really never got the approval from work to go on this vacation, but I've been putting in a good amount of time. I felt like at work, I haven't seen my family over a year, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. So when I had put my request in, it was a pretty good amount of staffing at my job at the time. But you know, I guess life happens, things happen, whatever. So people let go, quit, yada yada, whatever happened. We didn't have that much staffing as we did a few months back, right? Well, your girl I already bought the tickets and it was non-refundable. So I was finna go on this trip. Period, point blank. Like, I was gone. I don't care. Like, I was gone regardless. My original trip was on the 31st. That's what the ticket said. But randomly out the cut, I don't know why, like out of nowhere, I had an email the night before my trip on Friday, because I was supposed to leave on Saturday. But I had an email from American Airways, because that's who my flight was at the time. I had an email telling me if I wanted to switch my flight, move it back to the 1st, so from the 31st to the 1st of August. And I was like, I mean, it must be fate, God is talking to me, yada yada. That's what I was thinking. So because I was already supposed to work on the 31st, but I was just gonna call out because I found a cheaper ticket. But now that for the same price, I get to leave on the 1st, which is what I originally told my work people. I was gonna be leaving on the 1st anyway. So I was like, okay, bet this is God's trying to tell me to take this trip. Like, it's done, right? So I rebooked my flight or changed it or whatever. So now I'm leaving on the 1st. And you know, the 1st get here, I get to the airport, I check in my bags, all that good stuff. Everything is doing great, going great. Like, everything is on my side. God is good all the time. To Maryland, it's nice. I see family. It's been so long. You know the warm feels and all of that good stuff. The first week, August 1st till the 7th, was amazing. It was just spectacular. I missed all my family members. I've seen so many of them that I haven't been able to see in over a year because of COVID. All that good stuff. It was a great week. Caught up with some friends, reconnected with some old friends. Like, it was great all around. Super great trip. Loved it. My ass should have left on that 7th, right? I should have cut it short. Enjoyed my little week vacation, and I should have hightailed it right back to Georgia. But I stayed. But meanwhile, one of the main reasons I came on this trip was I was trying to get me a car. So me and my boyfriend, we share a car currently, and we finally saved up enough to get a new car or get a second car. So that was one of the main reasons for the trip. So, you know, I speak with my aunt and let her know what's going on. I need the new car, yada yada, da 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 da. Long story short, we got me a little cute 2010 Nissan Rogue. I put the little pictures here and there, maybe. So I'm feeling real good. Like, my trip has been so fulfilling. I've seen my family. I got a car because one of the main reasons I came down here. You know, it was just so nice. Everything was going as planned. It was just amazing. So my plan was honestly just to see the car, drive it around the 2 weeks that I'm there, you know, get it together paperwork wise, all of that good stuff, be ready. So if I cannot drive it back to Georgia, then Eric will come back and drive it, you know, pick it up and drive it, bring it back to Georgia. That was the original plans. But the car, I literally never seen the car. The it was bought in New Jersey, so it had to be brought back to Maryland in order for me to be able to see it and stuff like that. I never got to see the car till literally or 9th is when I literally still didn't physically see the car at the end. At that point, I physically paid for the car on the 7th or 8th of August, something like that. So I paid for the car. So I'm thinking like we're gonna go pick it up tomorrow. Thinking we can go pick it up, do the maintenance on it, look at it, make sure it is what it is, all that good stuff, right? Nope, wrong. I still didn't get the car so I was supposed to leave on Tuesday. So this was the Monday of, right? The Monday of. I don't know, honestly, it's all kind of like just a blur at this point, but it's my flight because I forgot my ID at my aunt's house. So I'm thinking like in my dumb little head, like, oh, this is God telling me that I must get the car ready and drive it back, because it would save me so much more. Like it would be easier than having to, because now I have to try to get off work, or Eric has to try to get off work, or like, it's just a lot more now versus if I just drove it back. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so you forgot your ID. So I go back to my aunt's place, because it's like at this point it was like my flight was supposed to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning, so it's still very, very, very early in the morning. So I go back to her house to just kind of wait it out till about, let's say 8, 9 o'clock, where things start opening up and people are aware and stuff like that, right? So I wait till about 9 o'clock, whatever. I call a friend. My aunt's like super tired because she did an event the night before, so she was super tired. So I reached out to a friend, and then he was able to come take me to Baltimore. That's where the car was located, which was about, I guess I want to say, an hour from where my family stays in Maryland. We go to Baltimore to go look at the car. I'm not even going to get into the Baltimore story, but long story short, I was literally in that bit all day. I didn't leave Baltimore till damn near 6, 7 o'clock at night. So you would think I was like looking at the car, getting, all that. No, I was not. I seen the car, like I finally went and physically saw the car and like, touched it. It was nice. It looked what the picture was showing. It looked good. I drove it around, but like not really like enough to like, I guess, get a real feel of the car. I drove it around the area and stuff. So yeah, that was it. So I did everything I had to do on the car. The guy that I was working with on the car, he fixed the tire. He put new tires, like, they did all the small little stuff that he said he was going to do on the car. So I'm thinking the car's good to go. Praise God, we got all the paperwork. I was thinking the car was good and ready to go. Tomorrow morning, 5 o'clock, 6 a.m. at the latest, we on the road. We trying to avoid Virginia traffic, all of that good stuff. Today, thinking everything's all fine and dandy. About 1 hour into the trip, I was somewhere in Virginia, and I was also, like I said, we left pretty early in the day, so I was waiting till the car needed an oil change, so I was waiting till about 8, 9 o'clock when places start opening up. I was just gonna Google Midas, Jiffy Lube, or whatever it's around me, and just pull up on there, and get an oil change. Didn't quite make it that far, so the car like literally just started like jerking, like I was at a stoplight or whatever, and then I would try to go and it would kind of go, but it was like jerky, and like it was just bad. And then I had put in the Jiffy Lube or some mechanic or something like that. At the time I put in an address for it, so I drove up, I drove to that place. Turns out the car has a busted transmitter and like a bunch of other stuff that was going on with it. Of course, at the time I'm like, had my son 9 o'clock in the morning, stuck at Virginia somewhere that I have no idea, and I really wasn't trying to process what was wrong with the car. I was trying to hear, was it fixable or was it a bust? That's why I was at. I wasn't really trying to like hear the details, like what's going on with it. I'm like, nah, I just want to know, can you fix it, or like what's good? So it turns out it was a transmission and like I think some like code switching, and it was a bunch of other stuff that he had said, but your girl was not trying to hear none of that, because after I heard transmission, and I was like done pretty much. Like I checked out at that point because I was just so upset with myself, because now I have to get plane tickets. I have to do all of this extra stuff that's gonna cost me more money when I was trying to be smart and save some money. Come to find out, I'm about to lose a lot of money, a lot. The guy tells me it's a transmission thing and tries to, like, I guess almost trying to give me a quote. Like, I wasn't trying to hear that. No ma'am. Who got $51,000 just chilling to fix a car when I can go get me a brand new car for less than that? So I wasn't even trying to hear the price quote or none of that. So I reached out to my aunt. She said that, you know, during the whole process I would been talking to her, and she said that basically the guy that we connected with, the guy that helped us get the car or whatever, said he's gonna fix it. And at that point I was just like, I don't even know what I was feeling. I was just frustrated and fed up and just like, okay. So like I don't know, I was just tired and sad and just fed up and like processing that I would have to deal with all of this stuff, you know. Like it was just so disappointing. So, you know, it's whatever, it is what it is. We towed the car back to my aunt's place. I go over to my friend's just for a little bit, just to kind of decompress and just kind of not have to think about it for a second. I had to buy, of course I bought a plane ticket back because where we were waiting for 7 o'clock basically. At that point I'm just ready to get the fuck out of Maryland. Like, it's been nice, but it's time to go, you feel me? So I was just ready to go at that point, and it is what it is. Like, I couldn't really be too mad at everybody or anybody because I should have had my stuff together. I didn't have my ID. If I did have my ID, I would have been on that flight at 5 o'clock in the morning on my way back to Georgia. But I messed up, so I had to deal with the consequences. So now I'm in Maryland still. It's the 11th. I had to buy another plane ticket because, of course, the other one I already missed it. Yes, it was non-refundable, yada yada. So now I have to get another ticket. So, you know, whatever, all of that's transpiring, and I'm just like chilling now, just waiting. It's, you know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, like the time's going on. So I'm just waiting for 7 o'clock to hit so your girl can get the, okay? So I'm waiting around 4 o'clock, I want to say, it starts raining. It starts all over again. So it starts raining. Delta keeps pushing my plane back, and so basically I had a flight from Baltimore to Atlanta that was supposed to be leave at 7 and get to Atlanta at like 10. I had a connecting flight from Atlanta to my final destination for from 10:55 till, you know, to get to my destination. So because of the delay in Baltimore, that they kept pushing the flight back. So now my flight now leaving, so now I'm gonna miss my connecting flight. And so basically they kept pushing the flight back. It was from at 7, and then it was at 8, and then at 9, and then we didn't end up leaving Maryland until about 11 o'clock 55. And if I'm leaving Baltimore at 10 something, in no way, right? So I'm thinking, all right, bet it's about 2-3 hour ride from where my final destination is from Atlanta. Let me go ahead and ask Bay to come pick us up because I'm tired of Maryland. I was trying to get the fuck. You feel me? Like, I was ready to go. I was frustrated. Like, none of my plans are finally going as it was supposed to. At that point, I just needed to get out. I could not spend another night in Maryland. I literally, like, I could. It would have been smarter, but I just could not. Emotionally, I wasn't thinking rationally. I was kind of thinking with my emotions. So I was just ready to get. So I called him and I was like, you know, can you come pick us up in Atlanta? Our plane's supposed to get there at 11, whatever time it's supposed to get there. So I'm gonna miss my connecting flight. So can you just come get us? That way we don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna miss my connecting flight. So we just come get us. Yeah, of course, no problem. I'll come pick you up. What time should I leave? Yada yada. We do the math. All of that good stuff is good. So, you know, I get on the plane, or I've been at the airport this whole time. So I finally, the flight finally leaves Baltimore, and so when I finally land in Atlanta at, I want to say 11:16, 11:30. Let's just call it 12 o'clock even, just to be safe. But I finally get to Atlanta. Of course, miss my connecting flight. Turn my phone back on. And guess what? Our car, the one that we had that we were using, managing, hanging on, broke down on the way to Atlanta. Seemingly fine, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, out of nothing, they both broke down on me. So now I'm in Atlanta with my son. No connecting flight, no car coming, no nothing. Like, I'm just stuck in Atlanta. I don't have friends or family like that. I can be like, hey, we spending the night, because the plane or the air flight, they redirected our ticket because it, you know, wasn't technically our fault. It was like a weather thing. So they gave me a new flight for the next day at 2. Yeah, it was supposed to leave in Atlanta today. So that means I would have had to find a hotel, stay in that hotel, and then find a way back to the airport. And then, you know, I was just done. So long story short, we Ubered back from the Atlanta to our, you know, final destination. We told the car, so I'm thinking like the car, it might just be a heating problem, a cooling problem, something small, something fixable, something your girl can work with. No, it was another transmission or engine problem. Another car totaled. Done. So at this point, your girl has no car. I have no, like, I've been Ubering everywhere. From two cars to 0 in literally like 24 hours. Like, let's call it 48 hours. And I'm so frustrated, and I'm just trying to keep positive and not like fall, you know, go into depression about it. Because like this, I mean, my car, I need, especially where we live at, it's such a small country place, like you need a car to get by. There's no bus routes like that. There's like, you need a car. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. So right now where I'm at is I'm just Ubering everywhere and just praying that the white car can be fixed. That way I can at least have that one while we save up to get another car. But like right now, life is just hitting me. Like I was just like, life has been so good. God has been, I mean, he's still good. He's still good. God is still good. In every situation, I will praise him. But it's just so frustrating when you think that you finally getting ahead, or you think you're finally like getting your stuff together, and it's just like boom, 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 left, right. Things that just, life just hits you like, you thought together. You had your stuff together? Baby girl, no. Let me show you 1 or 2 things. So I'm still trying to laugh and just kind of move on through it, and just like, it is what it is. God has a plan for everything. Maybe he's trying to get me a new BMW. That's why he needs me to get out of those 2 cars. He just needs to upgrade me, you know what I mean? Maybe he wants to get me a Nissan Rogue 2027. You feel me? That's where he's at. Maybe that's where he's at with it, and he just needed to get me out those cars in order to bless me with my new car. So your girl can keep optimism. That's how you guys keep moving through it. Stronger for it, and I'm just gonna thank God for it, because I know he has a plan. He has a reason for all of this stuff. It's not what I want, of course, but I'm gonna roll with it and see where God takes me through this trying season. Yeah, so that's just also kind of my little testimony. Like, of course, it's not really a testimony just yet, but I know God is doing something in my life. He will never forsake me, and he will not leave me in this situation without a solution. I don't see the solution just yet, but he's working on it, and I'm just gonna believe in him to remedy the situation. And if that's, just want to also kind of give that as a positive message. If you're going through something, you might not see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel, but just hang in there. There is a reason for every season. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my story time from how my beautiful vacation just turned into a trip to hell. But I thank God that I was able to see my family members. I wish the trip turned out differently. I wish I came back with my brand new to me, brand new Nissan Rogue, but I didn't. But there's a reason. So that's it for this story time. If you enjoyed this story and would like to hear more story times, definitely go ahead and comment that below. Comment down story times. I have a couple of stories, but I don't know why I don't be telling them. So just forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. Show some love, because that's how the algorithm works. You know, if you show some love, some likes, some watch, all of that good stuff, then YouTube will recommend me to people. So your girl needs some coins, so maybe I can get popping on YouTube. Maybe that's my blessing. You know, girl can wish and dream. But that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, even though I already said it. Just gonna say it again, just in case you didn't hear it the first time. Alright, y'all. Smooches. Mwah. See you on the next one.